Hey everyone, so today I'm going to take you through a wrist flow. It's one of my favorite flows to do. Just be mindful when you go into these. You don't want to overload the wrists and you are not pushing through pain. If it hurts, please stop doing it. You should feel a gentle stretch when going through this flow. So we're going to start in your quadruped positions on your hands and knees. And I want you to have your elbow pits rotated forward. So not like this, but here. So the elbow pit here is facing forward. And make sure your shoulders aren't up in towards your ears. Have them active and pulled down towards your hips. You're almost squeezing your shoulder blades together going into retraction. So shoulders down, elbow pits forward, and pressing your fingers into the floor. So a nice full flat hand into the floor. And then from here, you're just gently leaning forward and then back to neutral. And you can do these, as often as you feel necessary. I like to do this routine daily, especially if you work at a desk and you're working with your hands all day long. And as for repetitions, maybe 5 to 10 repetitions per direction is usually pretty good to get those wrists nice and warmed up. Good, next position, so rotating those hands to the side. Same thing, have those elbow pits facing forward, shoulders down, nice flat hand into the floor, and then gently leaning side to side. So basically what you're doing throughout this flow is trying to find your end range of that wrist joint and just gently loading that end range, but with no pain. Again, just gentle stretching, no major discomfort here. And then we're going to rotate the hands back. Don't worry if yours does not look like mine, that's okay. If your rotation looks more here, that's okay too. You got to meet your body where it's at. But find that rotation, whatever that looks like for you. Same thing, elbow pits forward, shoulders down, hands pressed into the floor, leaving the heel of the hand on the floor and gently leaning back and then forward. It's really important that you have active fingers and you don't just have your fingers just chilling out. I want you to stretch that entire fascial line. So those active fingers are really important. Good, and then from here, we're going to very gently flip in the opposite direction. This might take a minute for you to get used to this position. And then do your best to straighten out your arms, shoulders down. So again, it's okay if you're not mirroring me and if your arms are bent a little bit. That's okay, meet your body where it is, and just know that the goal is to eventually come up nice and straight. And then from here, you're gonna push all your fingernails into the floor. So nice active fingers here again, and then gently leaning side to side. Just getting a nice gentle stretch there. So when you go through this wrist series, you're just creating more space in that joint, which also brings new blood, new oxygen to the area, which could aid in recovery. If you have carpal tunnel, if you have arthritis in the wrists, this can really help. But again, just make sure it's not painful. Okay. And then from here, you're gonna now take it a little bit more dynamic and keep flipping. Again, trying to keep those elbows as straight as you can. And then lastly, come up into a fist, and we're just gonna get some flexion here. And this tissue right here by the thumb is meant to get to the floor. So do one arm at a time. Again, nice straight arms, shoulders down, and then think about dropping that part of the thumb to the floor. Just getting some lateral flexion. And again, if you don't have my range of motion, that is totally okay. If you're only getting to here, that's fine. Work with what you have. Awesome. And then I like to just finish it up with just some rolls, some shakes. And then you're set to get into your routine. So push-ups, handstands, whatever it is that you're doing, or again, just using it as a daily routine to help get movement into those wrists.